Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Halifax Raiders Draft to Glory franchise mode here in NHL 24. So in last episode, we had our very first ever playoff series win where we managed to take out the Montreal Canadiens in a hard-fought 7 games, mainly because their offense decided to pick it up in the last 2 games, but I'm very impressed with this team able to get it done already. But I hope that we could just continue on this trajectory and win more rounds. As you can see, it was kind of a weird and very close series that we honestly could have lost, because you can see game 1 we win 4-3 in overtime, then we lose 4-3 in overtime, then we lost 5-2, then we win in overtime. So at that point we could have actually been swept, but we didn't. Then we end up losing another game, and then we win 2 straight where our offense was really good, scoring a combined 13 goals and allowing 6. And getting ourselves to this second round. It's also mainly been on the back of our top guys. Our top line has found its offensive touch, especially over these last 2 games. And yeah, I'm hoping that these guys can continue their trajectory. As you can see, Ahinen on 13 points after round 1. Same with Lehman up here with 11. 7 goals already for him. And Mauricio Wilm, the worst of the bunch, which is kind of crazy, with 10 points. Then you got guys like Del Rivera, who had 2 big game-winning goals in overtime. And then everybody else a little bit low on the point totals, but I will definitely take it. Some very solid depth scoring throughout our entire lineup. The only guy with no points so far is Paul Mayer. And in our goaltending still is a bit questionable. Sonnenberg did have some good games, but he also had some very bad ones. So I'm hoping he can find that consistency in the next round a little bit more against the Detroit Red Wings. But before we get into that second round matchup, let's get into our comment mode and see what you guys have to say about our first round win. So the first comment is from Flame Husky, who says, "Au revoir, Montreal," which is true. Goodbye, Montreal. I'm kind of surprised that Husky actually knows how to speak French, considering he's in Finland, but maybe he used Google Translate for that. The next comment is from Joseph D. M. Miller, who says, "Congrats and also good luck against the red line, since Detroit is putting the D in defense." And yeah, that's true. They do have a very good defensive core. And that's one thing that I think they could definitely beat us on, is if they could suffocate our top line, they should have an easier chance to beat us, because their offensive core is okay, but it's their defensive core that's the main thing. You can see like the offensive core, not super in depth, but they do have a very good top line, and also Lucas Raymond. But from a defensive standpoint, this defensive core is one of the better ones we've seen. Very good top 4, and the top 6 pairing is just what you kind of need in a lineup. Next comment is from Dustin Wald, who says, "I don't know about this team. They thrive for chaos, always keeping us on our toes. Nevertheless, I say they should be able to keep things going versus Detroit if we get good goaltending and defensive play." And yeah, I totally agree. If we can get some good defensive play and good goaltending, then we should be able to beat them. But if we get into like kind of a shootout type of thing, they might be able to outscore us because of the fact they have a better defensive core. Hard to tell. The next comment is from Yo-Yo What's Up, who says, "Glad we won in the first round. Detroit should be a win for us, but their defense is very good. Predicting a 4-2 series lead as we play the Ottawa Senators." So he means a win as we play the Sens in the conference finals is what he's thinking. Because at the moment, the Sens are playing who again? Oh, the Rangers. Yeah, that's right. The next comment is from Sandro Otaku, who says, "Better to keep the alternate captain situation as is for now. In the future, a couple seasons ago, Sherroff would have deserved it, but he'll likely be on decline very soon, so it wouldn't make much sense to make him one now. Glad to see the team reach deep and grind out a win. Definitely seen some parallels to Anchorage. Hopefully you'll have similar results." And yeah, hopefully we do have similar results with Anchorage, because our first ever cup win was pretty early on, so it would be nice to get one here with Halifax as well. And then the last and final comment is from Ian.NoLove, who says, "Tough first round, chaotic scenario, but hopefully we managed to overcome all struggles. Della was a hero for OTs. Looking at Detroit's team, I'm kind of excited for our depth scoring to shine as bright as possible in the case we want to break that opponent's D/goalie core. Best of luck in the sim. My predict 4-3 wins." So he's predicting we'll win the series in 7 games. So hopefully we're able to win the series and get ourselves to a conference finals already. It would be interesting if we could do that. We definitely want to go kind of far, considering the fact that Wilm's contract ends at the end of next season. So we will be able to give him an extension at the beginning of, I guess, if we get eliminated here, in like 2 episodes, we'll be able to give him another extension. And I'm very scared on how much it's going to cost our team, but at the same time, we should be able to re-sign him with the cap space we have. But Let's get into this second round matchup and see if we could break that defensive core of the Red Wings, because that's the main thing. We definitely have the offensive capabilities to do it, but they also have the defensive capability to shut down our top guys, especially like our top lines. So it's going to be a strength versus a strength, so to speak. So let's get into game number 1 on home ice. We have home ice advantage. Can we win game 1 of the second round? We've never won a game, obviously, in the second round before, so it would be nice to get one here. First period of game 1. And it's 2-2. Okay, so our offense off to a good start, but also we give up goals, which is not great. Larkin scores first on the power play for them. Mauricio Wilm ties the game up for us, so that's good to see. Alex DeBrincat then gives him the lead, and Sidu scores. Okay. Not a bad start for our team. Need a little bit better goaltending, though. 2 goals against on 9 shots. Not ideal, so Sonnenberg kind of doing what he was doing last round and just giving up a lot of goals, which, like we were saying before, is a bit problematic because their defense could kind of shut us out in periods. Our defense probably not as much, so hopefully we could have a good second period and grab that lead because we have not had the lead yet in this game. Second period. It is still 2-2. I'll take that at least. Good defensive period. Shots are 25-17 in favor of us, but it's a 2-2 game. So now they're kind of suffocating our offense, like I was saying. Basically, we don't want to get into a shootout with them because they could actually turn on the defensive play. We kind of can sometimes, but other times we're a little bit inconsistent on that type of thing. So let's see what happens in this third period. See if we could grab that lead. We immediately do. I just literally pressed X, and 58 seconds in, Lehman gives us the lead, but DeBrincat answers back for the Red Wings. Come on, boys. Let's get that next goal. Power play opportunity. We do not capitalize on that. Final 5 minutes of this third period. Still deadlocked at 3. Power play late in the game. We do not score on it, and we are going to be going to overtime in game 1 of round 2. Shots are 36-25 in favor of us. So, yeah, their goaltending, their defense has been good. Kachekov is keeping his team in the game. And their offense could just randomly strike at any moment. We know it. So, hopefully we can find an OT hero here. Hopefully Del Rovera has maybe another one in his bag, considering he already has 2. Let's see what happens in game 1's overtime. Who is going to take game 1? Power play in early for us. Come on, please. Oh, my goodness. And we do not score, but Banak will score for the Red Wings. And despite outshooting him 38-28, we lose game 1. See, that's the type of game I was expecting for us to have against this team. Not, like, I mean, it wasn't a terrible offensive performance, but not the offensive performance we needed in terms of scoring. And not the defensive/goaltending effort we needed. So that's not ideal. Wilm from Ahinen, Sidu from Stajan and Pirzabal, and Lehman's 8th goal in 8 games from Sheroff and Wilm. Not ideal. Not ideal. I mean, we came close to winning that game, but I think the main reason we lost is the goaltending and the defense. Like you guys have been saying, Sonnenberg is very inconsistent, which kind of sucks. And the defensive play is also kind of inconsistent with this team, so we need to be a bit better in our next game. How are we in terms of the face-offs and stuff like that? They won more face-offs. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Do we want to make any line adjustments after that loss? I feel like we could get swept in a series randomly, but I hope that's not the case. Let me go back to edit lines here and see if there's anything we want to do to maybe help our team out a little bit here. Not really. I like our top 6 a lot. Our third line is looking pretty good as well. Nobody scratched, obviously. Is there anybody I could even call up, though? Not really. There is some defensemen like Daniel McLaren could come back up. Eric Wilson jumped to a 78. Wasn't expecting that. Flood's a 77. I don't really think there's anybody that would work up here that well. These guys all go through waivers, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, you go through waivers for sure. You might be okay to go through waivers. Oh, no, you're waiver eligible. But playoff-wise, I don't think waivers exist, right? Felipe Flood does also go through waivers. I don't know if there's any of these guys that I want to call up to put onto the top 6. Yeah, it wouldn't really make sense to, like, scratch somebody, I don't think. Let's just go back to Kolsnik and Sidu because those guys are our main shutdown dudes. And we will also swap Dimitri and Riz. Even though that makes it from a -1 to a -2, I will try that out for something different. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with. Let's keep the rest of the team the same. The offense is not really the problem. It's trying to find a way to get our defense to be better and our goaltending as well. Okay, down 1-0 in the series. Not ideal to lose a game on home ice. Can we find a way to tie the series up headed to Detroit? Because if we're going down 0-2 headed to Detroit, we're going to need to win 2 games on the road, and that's going to be pretty tough. So we need to win this game if we can. First period of a very important game 2. And it is 1-0 us, a great defensive period, only holding them to 6 shots on goal. Sherov with the goal. We're out him 13-6, and it's 1-0 after 1. So their goaltender's still keeping them in it, which I don't really like. That means Kochekov's definitely outperforming Sonnenberg. Hopefully Sonnenberg could have a good rest of the game as well, not just one period, because he shows glimpses of a good goaltender, and then other days it's just like he's not in existence. So can we find a way to hold on to this lead in the second period, get some insurance, and then maybe have a better chance at locking down the game in the third? Second period, it is still 1-0. I will definitely take that. Shots are 25-14 in favor of us, so we are definitely eliminating their opportunities, but we're only up by a goal, which is still kind of scary. It means that they're just hanging around, and any shot can just randomly go in with Sonnenberg. So hopefully we could find a way to get that 2-0 goal, because if we don't, we might be in a problematic territory, even though we're up. Let's see what happens in this third period, see if we can get some insurance. Come on, boys. See, I knew they held around too long. Dylan Larkin ties the game up early into the period. That was a big penalty kill afterwards, though. Come on, boys. Let's get that next one. Let's get that next goal. Wilm, Ahinen, Lehman, somebody. And, hey, Wilm with 44 seconds left wins us the game. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was going to go to overtime. But Wilm with 44 seconds left gives us a win in the second round. Sidu gets the empty netter. And we outshot them 38-23. We're tied at 1 going to Detroit. I like it. That's a pretty good outcome. That's a pretty good outcome. It could have went to overtime, and we could have been down technically 2-0 at this point. But Wilm had other answers. So Sherov from Lassick and Weber, Wilm from Kolsnik and Ahinen, and Sidu from Sherov and Lassick. So Lassick picking up a couple points, which is nice. Love to see it. 2 points for him, 2 points for Sherov, 1 point for everybody else. Sidu was a +3, so probably putting him back with Kolsnik was a good thing for our defensive core, and a good performance from Sonnenberg. Yeah, Sonnenberg is like one good game, one bad game, so to speak. 3 stars of the game, Kochekov, Sherov, and Sonnenberg. Okay, I'll take it. Not an ideal start in a way, because we lose the first game in overtime, but we could technically be up 2-0 in the series as well at this point. So we're off to an okay start. We're outscoring them 7-4 after 2 games. Or actually not 7-4, 7-5 after 2 games. No, 6-5 after 2 games. My math is all over the place right now. How's the other series going right now? Tied at 1, 2-0 Colorado, 2-0 Anaheim. Colorado's probably an insane team still in this, my guess, but who knows? They probably had a lot of retirements at this point too, so they might not be as good as they are in my Jet series. But let's go back on over here. We'll keep the team the same because I think our defense was much better in that game. Can we take our first series lead and get a win in Detroit? Because we need to win at least 1 game in Detroit, or we're in a bad situation. First period of game number 3. It is 2-0 Red Wings. That's not ideal. See, Sonnenberg is so streaky. Like, the guy literally has really good games, really bad games, nothing in between. DeBrincat scores first, and Dano scores for them. Shots are 12-10 in favor of us, but he's given up 2 goals on 10 shots. We need our offense to come through in the second period with at least 1 goal, or else we're going to be having a tough task in the third. Can we get a goal at least in the second period? Second period, 3-1. We did get a goal, but they also did. Wennerberg made it 3-0. Piro's a bottle makes it 3-1. Rouching him 24-21, but down by 2 goals still going into the third. We need our top line to get going in this third period if we want to hold on to this game. Come on, let's see what happens. Penalty kill early in the third. Power play for us. We do score on it. Mauricio Wilm has pulled us within 1, but DeBrincat answers right back for the Red Wings. Oh man, Sonnenberg is way too streaky. DeBrincat scores again, makes it 5-2. We just don't have an answer for Alex DeBrincat at the moment too. And despite kind of almost outshooting them, or yeah, we're gonna outshoot them. We lose 5-2 because Sonnenberg is very inconsistent. I'm almost thinking about putting Nikitin in, even though he hasn't played since last year's playoffs. I'm just not happy with how Sonnenberg has been. Here's the ball from Del Rovere in Stajan, and the other one was Wilm from Ahinen. Because we were back within 1 goal, but that goal immediately afterwards is a really bad one to give up, especially as a goaltender. Yeah, I think we got to make some adjustments. Wow, DeBrincat had 5 points. Jeez, yeah, see, there's no way we're containing him right now. I wish he was retired by this point, but I think we got to make some adjustments to our team again. And we're also going to make some adjustments to the goaltending. I think I'm going to throw Nikitin in for a game because I just have not been happy with Sonnenberg's performance. His goaltending has been very inconsistent. Like I said, he's had some really good games, but he also does not play really good some games too. Like he's got an 895 through 10 games. So we are going to swap him and Nikitin for 1 game. And I also am going to make a swap in the top 9. Sharov and Spiro Zabal could swap spots. And we will move Dimitra back down to where Rizzy was. I'm almost debating calling up a defenseman from the minors, but everybody plus minus wise is not terrible. Do we want to make a defensive call up? Is the AHL team still in the playoffs or not? Looks like they are. Yeah, I think they are still in the playoffs, like in the 2nd round, so I don't know if it's worth calling up somebody. Because they don't really have any depth. Actually, they do have some depth, but it's more on the offensive side of things. And I would be looking to call up one of their better defenders. So, yeah, probably not going to call up a defenseman from the AHL. What do we want to do? Anything else in this lineup? Don't really think there's much else I can do. Yeah, I think we gotta honestly keep this the same, the rest of it. Because there's not really much else we can do. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I think we're going to just go with Nikitin in net. He was really not that good last year when he played his 1 game, but we honestly have to try something. Yeah, we're only down 2-1 in the series, so this is a bit of a risk. But I think maybe changing up the goaltending or giving Sonnenberg a break might be a good thing because maybe he's still not used to playing on a ton of games. So let's see if Nikitin can tie the series up, because if he can't tie the series up, then maybe this gives this team another chance. If we go down 3-1, I don't think we're going to come back. But you never really know with this team, because this team is very inconsistent at times. So let's see what happens in Game 4. See if we could tie the series at 2, or are we going to be going down 3-1? Come on, boys, let's get that lead here early on if possible. First period of Game 4. 1-0 Detroit. Not a good start. David Gustafsson scores. I mean, that was a good period, I guess, from Nikitin in a way. He did face 11 shots. We're getting outplayed a bit here. 11-6 in the shot totals. Down a goal. We definitely need our offense to start clicking a little bit more here. Goaltending's doing okay in this game so far, but it could just randomly blow up in the 2nd period. So, can we find a way to tie this game up going into the 3rd? Because if we're down by multiple goals going into the 3rd, we're likely going to be down 3-1 in the series. 2nd period. 3-3. Okay, there's the offense we needed from our team, but we also do give up a couple goals. Lehman scores to make it 1-1. Wilm gives us the lead. Kuiper and DeBrincat score for them to give them the lead, but Ahinen also scores. So our entire top line has goals in that period. So the top line doing what it gets paid to do, and that is keep us in games. Shots are 22-17 in favor of us. It's a 3-3 game. We need to have a strong 3rd period here. Come on, boys. Oh my goodness, immediately they score 30 seconds in. Dylan Larkin. Lucas Raymond scores. Our goaltending and defense is still our backbone, or not our backbone, our problem. It's our fail-safe. We're down 5-3 late in this 3rd period because of 2 quick goals. Yep, we're going to be down 3-1 in the series, and it's mainly due to the goaltending as we lose 6-3. That's not good. That is not good. That is definitely not good. 3 stars a game, Pelika, Lehman, and Raymond. Let's take a look at those goals, so anyways. Lehman from Sherov and Mason, Wilm from Ahinen and Lehman, and Ahinen from Wilm and Lehman. Our top line has been great this playoff run, but the goaltending just needs to be better. Our depth scoring also kind of needs to improve, because right now it's just our top line doing everything, I feel like. We could have honestly been swept at this point, which is kind of crazy, because that only win we had was a last-minute goal to give us the lead. Like, we haven't led long in the series. Ahinen's on 18 points through 11 games, and his playoff run is probably going to come to an end early. Unless we could win 3 straight games here, which is possible, but it's going to take a great goaltending effort, which is something we don't really get a lot of. So let's keep Sonnenberg in net this game instead. We are going to try another change again, go back to what we were doing before, which is kind of like reworking our top 6 a little bit. So we will move Ahinen to the second line, even though he's been our best player, I think, just to see if this kind of sparks anything. In terms of anything else, so I don't know if there's really anything else we could do. Betterman's okay at face-off, so I'm going to put him at center. And I am going to move Mason into the third line, move Weber to the fourth line, just to try and get us as much chemistry as possible. And I think that's all we could really do. Yeah. God damn, I wish our team was better defensively right now. That's definitely somewhere where we're going to target in the upcoming draft if we get eliminated. And even if we don't get eliminated here, I think that's definitely where we need to work on is defense and goaltending. We do have a plethora of goaltending prospects at least, but defensively we need more of them. Can we fight off elimination and force a Game 6? We need to win 3 straight games. This has been a very tough second round. And Detroit has played their type of style, which is good defensively. And they've also brought a lot of offense. Let's see what happens here. We're on home ice, so let's get a win here, boys. Del Rivera opens the scoring. That's good to see, considering we haven't really seen much offense from that other line. Joel Weber also scores. That's also good. Good little start for the team. Maybe the best start we've had actually in the second round. Just got to keep on the gas here, boys, because we know that they have the offensive weapons to get back into these games. A big goal from Dimitra, who hadn't scored. 3-0 for us after 1. That's a good period. That is a good period. If we win this game and next game, I feel honestly pretty good about our chances of winning this series, but we obviously have to force a Game 7, so... Shots are 10-6 in favor of us. We're up 3-0. Let's see what happens in the second period. We're playing good offensively so far, but we need to be able to play defense as well. We cannot let them claw back into this at all. And they score halfway through the game. DeBrincat makes it a 3-1 game. He's been their best player. Kuiper makes it 3-2. DeBrincat makes it 3-3. Sonnenberg, man. Oh my goodness. Sonnenberg has not been good at all. I don't even know if it's the defense, of course, fault or if it's his fault. I feel like it's his fault. Like, I don't know what his goals saved above expected would be, but that's not a good period to have. When you're in an elimination game, you're up 3-0 after 1. You look for a good defensive period, good goaltending performance, and he ends up allowing 3 goals in that period. We did give up a lot of shots in that period, but at the same time, he needs to be able to make saves. That's what he gets paid for. Let's see what happens in this third period. Are we going to be packing our bags after we had a 3-0 lead in this game? Come on, boys. We need to force a Game 6 if we can. Anything can happen if we force a Game 6. We just got to get a win here. Penalty kill in this third period. We kill it off. Nicely done. Penalty kill again. Stop taking penalties, guys. Not the time to be doing that. Final few minutes of this third period, and we are going to overtime where we could get eliminated on home ice. They're out shooting us now, Bally, 38-28. So Sonnenberg, even though he had a really bad second period, he kind of kept us in it in the third period, to be honest. We need our offense to get going in OT. Who wants to be the guy to give us another chance to stay alive? Come on, Mauricio. You got it in you. I know you do, man. You're our captain for a reason. Let's get that next goal. And we do get it, and it's Stajan who keeps us alive and has forced a Game 6 back in Detroit. That is a clutch goal. And a good performance, actually, from Sonnenberg. Like, that second period was tragic, but he made 39 saves. Big win there for the boys, and we will be surviving another day. Let's go. That's a huge win. So, De La Rovere from Ahinen, Weber from Mathieu, and boys, Dimitra from Lassick and Mason, and the OT winner, Stajan from Ahinen and De La Rovere. So, Ahinen still putting up points even on the second line. De La Rovere gets first star, DeBrincat second star, Ahinen the third. Any badly minus people in that game, out of curiosity? Only Pierre Zabal and Wilmer -1. But yeah, Sonnenberg definitely had a much better third period and overtime. Without his performance, we would have been packing our bags. So hopefully he has another good game in him. Or hopefully this is not the bad game he has, considering he usually plays good for a game and then doesn't for another. But we look to force a game 7. I guess we got to keep the line the same, considering we just won that game. If only we would have won this one game in overtime in game 1, because we would have been up 3-2 at this point. Like, it could have been like reversed roles. But instead we lost that game. And now we have to force a game 7. Winning in Detroit is going to be tough because we lost both of our prior games in Detroit, getting outscored 11-5. So their offense is really good on their home ice. Our offense not so much in Detroit. So can we force a game 7 back on home ice? If we manage to force a game 7, I feel good about our chances, but I also am a little bit scared if we go to a game 7 again, because I think usually when you go to multiple game 7s in a playoff run, there's a higher chance almost that you don't win the Stanley Cup. I'm pretty sure, but I honestly don't know. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we can force a game 7 back on home ice. We'll keep the lineup the same. Sonnenberg was good, so he's going to stay in net. Can we get a win here? Real-time simulation again. We need a strong third period just like last game, but we need a much better second period. Penalty kill early in the game. It's a long penalty kill. I don't know who took that penalty, but we killed it off, which is good. Come on, boys. Let's get that first goal. Lucas Raymond scores for them. Not early, but still early in the first. Elliott makes it 2-0. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. Unless we have a good second period here, we might be packing our bags in game 6. Shots are 14-7 in favor of Detroit. That's not on Sonnenberg, really. That's on the defensive core for not limiting their opportunities, and on our offense for not generating enough. Let's see what happens in the second period. We need to get back into this game here, boys. We need a goal on our side. Power play for us. We don't score. Penalty kill. Stop taking penalties. A goal from Stajan after the penalty expired, but Kuiper answers right back. See, Sonnenberg, like, he's this type of goaltender. Like, we get back into games and then he immediately gives up a goal to, like, restore their 2-goal advantage. Penalty kill late, nicely done. And we are still going to be down by 2 goals going into the third with only 15 shots on goal. We don't deserve to really win this game, so I don't think we're going to be able to unless we have a good offensive third period here. Are we going to be packing our bags in game 6? Let's see what happens in this third period. We need our offenses to get early goals if possible. Come on, boys. Come on, please. Power play opportunity. We do not score on it. No, it looks like we're going to be getting eliminated in game 6 here because their offense is just not generating enough here in this third period. Yep, and the Halifax Raiders are going to be eliminated in round 2 in 6 games against the Detroit Red Wings, unfortunately, as our goaltending effort wasn't consistent enough, our defensive effort wasn't consistent enough, and our offense also wasn't consistent enough. Stajan with the only goal from Mathieu. But we pack our bags in 6 games. Kachekov was good. That's the type of goaltending effort we kind of need on our team. But I don't know if I would put this last game on Sonnenberg, really. He was actually pretty decent. I would probably put that more on like the offense for not getting enough. Damn, man, that sucks. Being eliminated in the second round. But I mean, at least we're taking a little bit of a slower approach. Last year we lost in round 1. This year we lost in round 2. Is next year conference finals or Stanley Cup finals, because it is the last year of Wilm's main contract before his extension. Let's take a look at our player stats through 2 rounds, and then we'll see who ends up winning the Stanley Cup and wrapping up this season. So, player stats after round 2. See, like, we had some really good offense from some guys, but other guys not so much. Ahinen was amazing, 20 points in 13 games. Wilm was really good too, 16 points in 13 games. Stajan was decent in this round, 9 points, 13 games. Sharov in 8s. Pirro's the ball a little bit low. It's 6 points only. 1 goal, too. And then Mason had only 4 points, which is not bad for a fourth liner. Left wing wise, Lehman was good, 15 points, 9 goals. Lassick, 1 goal, 7 points. Not bad. Weber, 6 points, not bad. Petterman was very quiet and terrible defensively. So yeah, our depth needs to be a little bit better in terms of defense. Right wing wise, Del Rivera was good, 12 points in 13 games, and Mathieu 4 points only. Defensively, Sidu was pretty solid. Dimitri was also pretty solid, but really didn't get a lot of offense from our back end. So that definitely needs to be better. And yeah, Boys has been kind of a disappointment. Only 2 assists and a -6 through 13 games as a two-way defenseman. And then our goaltending effort was just very inconsistent from Sonnenberg. So there is that. I'd say the guys I was most happy with is these 4 players here: Del Rivera, Lehman, Wilm, and Ahinen. And I think that was pretty much all I was happy with on this team. So there is that. That kind of sucks. Okay, now the question is, who's going to win the Stanley Cup in 2033? If it's Detroit, I would not be surprised, but let's see who ends up winning the Stanley Cup. We'll also take a look at like the draft class, the progress reports, the contract situation. It's the Colorado Avalanche that win the Stanley Cup in 2033. You've seen that so many times. Colorado, the Stanley Cup champions. Let's take a look at their cup-winning roster. Who did they beat in the finals? The Detroit Red Wings. Oh boy, that would be a very heated Stanley Cup finals based on their history, but Colorado and Detroit. So we did lose to the best team in the East, which is at least a good thing to take note of. But what is Colorado looking like at this point in time? Let's see. Nathan McKinnon still there at 37. Brendan Brisson, Ross Colton. I think we've seen a team win a Stanley Cup last year, didn't they? Because Lincoln Linden, I'm pretty sure, won a cup. Yeah, he's definitely won cups already. Yeah, this guy has 2 Stanley Cup wins in back-to-back seasons, I think. And I think he also might have a Calder Cup, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, this Avs team is still really good on the likes of a lot of old guys. So hopefully soon they start to fall off. God damn. What about goalie-wise? Philip Gustafson. He didn't even put in that good of an effort. That's actually worse than our goaltending was. Yet he won a Stanley Cup. Let's see those awards. Yep, Colorado won a back-to-back. They've won 3 Stanley Cups in a 5-year span. Cannot contain the Avs, man. Cannot contain them. Vancouver won the President's Trophy. It was the Colorado-Detroit Finals. Austin Matthews, your Art Ross winner and your Hart winner. Adam Fox wins your Norris. Nylander, the Lady Byng. Hoagland wins the Calder. Hellenius won the Conn Smythe for Colorado. Niittymaki for Dallas wins the Vezina and the Jennings. Him and Capo Kakinen, actually. Nikita Okutyk wins the Bill Masterton. Edmonton's coach wins the Jack Adams. Isn't the new guy that just got hired recently? Probably. Svoboda wins a Selke. Interesting. Matthews the Lindsay and Matthews the Richard. AHL-wise, did we get any awards in the minors? Does not look like it. Hey, there's another guy with the last name Sharov. Nope, no AHL awards. So we didn't get a single award this season. That is okay. Now the question is, what is this draft class looking like? Who's retiring this year? That type of thing. San Jose has the first overall pick, followed by Boston and Calgary, which is kind of funny that San Jose and Boston are both 1 and 2, because it makes me think of the Patrick Marleau and Joe Thornton draft, but just reversed order, because obviously Boston took Thornton number 1, San Jose took Marleau at 2. So that's kind of funny. And yeah, Calgary, Arizona, and New Jersey. Okay, let's continue with that. We could probably do some draft interviews as well in this episode. Wow, Nathan McKinnon retires. Speaking of which, he retires as a Stanley Cup champion again. So that's huge, at least in the sense that Colorado should be starting to decline, which is good. But yeah, he retires. Zibanejad, some pretty big names in the retirement group. Not that I really pay attention to this. Ross Colton as well for Colorado. So they are losing a couple pieces. Left wing wise, Landeskog retired in Washington's AHL affiliate, which is kind of funny. So there is left wingers. Right wing wise, William Nylander retires already too. so we won't have to see him at the top of the point charts and all that. So hopefully Toronto could fall off a little bit because of that too, and that might help us. Defensively, Morgan Rielly retires. Yeah, so Toronto losing a couple of players to retirement is pretty massive for our division, because that might make it easier for us to win a Stanley Cup. And Georgiev also retires. Wow, okay. Yep, Colorado is definitely going to fall off a little bit. Same with Toronto, I think, which is really, really good. So there is the retirements. Did we lose any coaches? I don't think so. Yeah, we didn't lose a single coach. That's good. Draft interviews. Let's do maybe a couple of these depending on if we need to know about some players. We aren't drafting till late first round, so honestly, I might just leave it. Wow, there's a high elite goalie supposed to go 16th overall. That might be the highest projected goalie I've seen in a while. He's 4 years out, but it's because he's high elite. Jeez. That would have been something nice if we would have been not in a playoff spot. I don't know if I am going to do my draft interviews. This draft class does not look super well. Any guys I could pin for later rounds, though. Medium elite goalie, we could pin him, I guess, even though we don't technically need more goalie prospects. Medium elite DFD, I'm definitely pinning that. Anthony Hayes. Likely going to be one of our picks. Another medium elite goalie. Maybe a medium elite center. Tough to tell. We'll pin him. Actually, maybe I should interview him. Is there anything we need to know about him? Not really. He's actually supposed to go before our pick, so never mind on him. Pushkarev, 4 years out. Might be a lonely grinder. I will pin him. Ooh. Kevin Benuriel. Oh, he's supposed to go 10th overall. But he looks pretty good. Let's see. Any low elites, though, projected in this draft? Yes. Low elite power forward Ricardo Richter. Well, he might be one of our picks as well. He looks pretty good. 3 years out. Yeah, we'll definitely pin him. He honestly might be our first round pick. But we do need defenders too. So there's like Abel Bolton, who could go round 2. Might be a little late. Adam Martin might be solid too. Let's just pin him as well. So might be some okay players in this draft to help us with our depth a little bit. So there's that. Final few things. Let's take a look at the draft board, progress reports, and contract situation. Where are we drafting in this year's draft? 25th. 25th. What is it recommending us to draft? Earl Price. Dimitri Kennins. That's a weird looking player. Saying like 2 years, but I don't think he is. Medium 7th D, so he's probably like only like a top 6, my guess. And Pokanik. Okay. But there's our depth chart again, just in case you guys want to take a look at this. Just so you can see what our weakness is and what it is not. Norden could honestly be our backup next season. Probably. Okay, so there's that. Let's take a look at the contract situation, and we'll take a look at the progress reports. So contract-wise, who's up for renewal? A lot of RFAs. We do have Sergeyev, who jumped to an 80 overall, so he's likely going to join our 4th line next season. So that is already very impressive. He has not even played in the AHL yet, but he is likely going to be a huge piece for our bottom 6 in terms of defensive play. We don't really have a lot of two-way forwards on that bottom 6, so I like that. Matthew's RFA, Mason's RFA, same with McLaren. I honestly might let go of Petterman and bring him back at some point, but he might get replaced by Sergeyev. Rizzi's also RFA, and Piero Zabal is the big RFA, but I don't think I could give him a multi-year deal because of Wilm at the moment. So I might qualify him for only 1 year, or just give him like $8 million for 1 season. And then we look to give Wilm his extension. Then we could look at signing some of those other guys long term. Because, yeah, with Wilm's contract ending at the end of next season, he needs to get all the money pretty much on this team. So there is that. Actually, let me take a look at more of the contracts because I didn't scroll down through the list that much. So let me just see who else is going up for renewal. Addison's renewal. He's going to be playing AHL-wise next year. Not a ton of important guys down there. Some new prospects for the AHL, which is nice. Noren's up for renewal. Solis is going to be playing in the AHL next year. Okay. So there is that. And then finally, the progress reports. Let me take a look at this development here. So looks like a lot of statistical growth. Layman got some natural growth, which is nice, considering he's 26 now. He also did generate truculence as a gold ability, because that was not he never had a gold ability before, but apparently now he's a very hitty power forward, not a shooty shoot power forward. Felipe Flood's getting some growth as well, which is good. A little bit late into his career, or not late into his career, but into his development path. Sonnenberg's growing, Rizzi's growing. Yeah, we should be a good team again next year for sure, but we need to find a way to play better defensively. Sergeyev getting so many growth is amazing. Like, look at the growth on this dude. Insane. Only 20 years old, and he's already going to be a fourth liner or third liner even. Booz is up to a 68. That's nice. Hamalainen up to a 69. That's pretty good too. Paco's developing a bit. Kozlov 76 at 22 is not bad. Kind of developing a bit slow. But yeah, we do have at least an abundance of prospects getting growth. A lot of our low elites and medium elites are getting growth, which is what we kind of need for this team. For like the second iteration, so to speak. So there is all of that. And that's going to do it, guys, for this episode of our Halifax Raiders Draft to Glory franchise mode. So in next episode, we'll take it to another full off season. We'll look to keep, obviously, our team pretty much the exact same, but also integrating some of those other guys to our lineup and into our HL lineup. And then hopefully next season, we have a good season again in the regular season, but playoff-wise, hopefully we can find a way to play a little bit better defensively. Send anything down below, and I'll see you guys next time.